Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the zodiac sign Leo and crimes, and yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Well, anyway, people, I want to talk about the crimes I think Leo has a very strong propensity to commit. I think one of the biggies is just illegal gambling, and I think a Leo can often be a compulsive gambler. Leo doesn't hardly do anything in small doses, and the thing about it is, Leo also, I think a lot of their crimes can actually be attributed to extravagance. Leo can have a very difficult time living within their own income, and of course that could be a vast understatement. Sometimes it could even be an insurmountable task for Leo to live within their own income. And you're probably wondering, well, how does their extravagance lead to some criminal act? Well, I mean, you could take some examples. I mean, taking a loan out of a bank and a loan from a bank that's granted to them, and say Leo splurges and they don't have the money to pay the loan back, then they have then the bank, I mean, then you know what could happen. I mean, there could be certain issues with that, and I mean, because then the bank is trying to get their money back, and and then you have another situation could be very simply, say if a friend, let's say Leo, because of their extravagant habits, they don't have that much money and they're struggling because of this. They get a loan from a friend or someone, whoever prominent in their life, and then what happens is they're not able to pay the friend the loan back. Then they may have to go to like a small claims court or something. The friend might take them to court over that, and that could be another example, just basically for outstanding debts. I mean, Leo can get in trouble for whether it's from a credit card company, from a bank, from a friend, and in some cases it could even be tax evasion, which of course could be a real biggie. Because I mean, if you get a struggling Leo, they're going to go whole hog, and they might just avoid paying anything that they think they could avoid paying. They may very well do. Don't get me wrong. Leo can be very generous and magnanimous, and they're often in a situation where they could be beneficial to others monetarily, but sometimes it can go the opposite way, because Leo has a tendency to spend an exorbitant amount of money on things. Leo often likes the real name brand items as opposed to the no frills or generic ones. So anyway, another thing about Leo too is, I think, as far as their crimes go, well, they could commit crimes that they could feel they're going to get some notoriety and recognition for. Now, the New York City Zodiac killer of the early 1990s, his name is Heriberto Seda. He has his son in Leo, and he was and I really believe it wouldn't surprise me at all if he was doing that largely to get the notoriety, get recognition. I mean, being the Zodiac killer, to him it sounded like something of, something of renown, or something where he knew he was getting a lot of publicity for. And what's and it wouldn't surprise me at all. And being a Leo, he might have very well been gloating the whole time he was doing this until he eventually got apprehended. Because I mean, he probably was mocking the police and whatever. And anyway, another thing too is that you'll find a lot of these people that commit these high-profile crimes that receive a lot of publicity and attention. A lot of these people have Leo prominent in their charts. I've noticed that. You look at Amy Fisher, who shot Mary Jo Buttafuoco. Amy Fisher has a Leo sun. They may not be trying to get the notoriety and attention, but it seems like they can just unwittingly seem to get it. Now, O.J. Simpson has a Leo ascendant, and I understand he was acquitted as far as the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson goes, but many people strongly believe he did this. And if he did, it's not real. I mean, as far as it being such a high profile murder, I mean, him having a Leo ascendant can strongly play that role in that. And there's something that about Leo that just always seems to, I mean, really stand out. And a lot of the things they do can be on such a large and grand scale. Now you have also Ted Bundy has a Leo ascendant. That's another example here. And you have another person, you look at, this is not involving any killings though, but Bernie Madoff has a Leo ascendant. He had a very big, large, prodigious Ponzi scheme, which he got, of course, finally arrested for. And I mean, this was something that was really on a large scale. Now, I think his Taurus energy, his sun and moon in Taurus, perhaps that had to do with the formulation of these this money making scheme, and that desire for money and being so avaricious and greedy. And then he had Mercury in Taurus retrograde on top of that. Imagine that, right? But I find it very interesting. But the fact that he did this on such a grand scale. And according to Wikipedia.org, there was like 4,800 investors, I believe, in this. I mean, he swindled, I mean, so many people, it's not even funny. Now, another thing that Leo may try to do in terms of crimes, I mean, anger can be an issue with them. They're not as easily provoked as Aries, I don't believe, on average, but Leo has a very fiery temperament. This can often result in crimes of a volatile nature, such as just assault and battery, aggravated assault, assault with a deadly weapon, and sometimes even murder. Now, the thing too with Leo is that I think when we have some of these, as far as being a perpetrator, what I see Leo as, I mean, Leo can be rather arrogant and very cocksure, very cocky. And I think with Leo is that they feel like if you get a Leo that's a habitual offender, a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant that's a habitual offender, I think a lot of them may often be very brazen, and they'll keep doing the same crime over and over again because they feel this power and they feel that they're going to keep getting away with it. They feel that, well, hey, look at me, I'm so awesome, I'm so great and wonderful. They can't, I could elude capture indefinitely. They can't catch me. I mean, that could be very well the mindset of a Leo. If you have a Leo that is a habitual type offender and somebody, and those are, Leo can be the one that could, out of all the 12 zodiac signs, the one that is the most confident and self-assured in terms of actually perhaps not getting caught. So those are some things to look at as far as the zodiac sign Leo and crimes go. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Leo and crimes, and stay tuned next time where I'll be talking about Virgo and crimes. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.